Welcome to the video Ami Returns Part 2.
In Part 1, we followed Ami deep beneath the ocean to a place no human has ever seen, a massive alien mothership hidden in the depths. But one question remained. What are they actually doing down there? Are they just observing us? Or is something far more complex happening beneath our planet? In this video, we're going to uncover that answer, and what you're about to discover might completely change the way you see Earth and our place in the universe.
To answer that, Ami takes them somewhere extraordinary. Beneath the ocean, hidden from every satellite, every sonar system, every human eye, sits a mothership, the size of a city, the base of operations for what Ami calls the Earth Aid Plan. They meet its commander, a calm, radiant being who has been overseeing Earth's development for longer than recorded human history. And the commander explains the rule that binds them all. Universal law strictly prohibits direct intervention in a less developed world. Sending a brilliant student to take an exam for a struggling one doesn't help that student grow. It robs them of the experience of solving the problem yourself. Humanity must pass this test on its own. But they are not doing nothing. Right now, beneath your feet, extraterrestrial craft are moving through subterranean caverns, firing precision energy beams that dissolve built-up seismic pressure in continental rock, turning what would be world-ending earthquakes into minor tremors. They cannot save our souls for us, but they have been, literally, saving our ground. Every civilization in the universe eventually faces what Ami calls the cosmic filter. It is the moment when a species' ability to destroy finally catches up with or exceeds its capacity for love. That is the test. Ami shows them what failure looks like. A world not unlike Earth. It chose its weapons over its people one too many times. The sky turned black with the radioactive fallout of thousands of simultaneous nuclear detonations. The rescue ships came, but they could only take those with 700 measures of love or above. Then Ami shows the other recording. This world passed, not through alien intervention, but through a collective, sovereign human choice. They threw their weapons into fires. The entire architecture of their war economy melted down and reforged into farming equipment. The moment they did, the ships landed openly. Now, here is the number that should end every political debate on Earth permanently. The money humanity spends on weapons and war in 15 days is enough to feed half the world's population for 10 full years. Hunger is not a resource problem. It is a priorities problem. The cosmic filter is not an event far in the future. It is the sum of every choice being made right now. But before they reach Kia, something happens inside the spacecraft that no human mind is equipped to process. One moment, empty air. The next moment, a being. His name is Kush. He is not from this dimension, not from this universe as we understand it. Kush exists in the fourth dimension. Kush raises one translucent hand, and then a flower, manifested from pure thought. No atoms were rearranged, no physical process occurred. Kush simply imagined the flower, and matter obeyed. Ami says only this: the fourth dimension is not a place, it is a level of consciousness. At that level, thought and reality are the same thing. Before you dismiss this as science fiction, consider Autobiography of a Yogi by Paramahansa Yogananda. He describes an immortal master, Mahavatar Babaji. What does Babaji do? He manifests a palace appearing from nothing in the Himalayas overnight, built with thought and will alone. Different traditions, different centuries, pointing at the exact same thing. What we call miracles are simply the normal physics of a higher dimension, operating in ours. But Ami has one final warning before the journey ends. He calls it the Chameleon Defect, and it is aimed directly at people like you, people watching videos like this one. Here is how it works. You begin the spiritual journey, you meditate, you feel yourself waking up, and slowly you start looking at the people who haven't done this work and feeling superior. A spiritual impatience with the unenlightened. That feeling, that is the ego wearing enlightenment as a costume. Ami calls it the chameleon because it is perfectly camouflaged. It feels righteous. But love, real love, does not despise anyone. Not the ignorant, not the ones still fast asleep. The moment you find yourself looking down on someone for their level of evolution, you have just stepped off the path. And then Ami drops the disguise. For just a fraction of a second, the child-sized boy simply dissolves, and what stands in his place is a being of pure, luminous, radiant light, ancient beyond comprehension, completely, utterly loving. In that blinding moment, Peter understands the only truth that matters. Every single human being on Earth carries that same light inside them. Our world is hanging over the edge in the small daily choices of 8 billion people. Ami says if the people who understand what's at stake give up, the child slips off the cliff. So let me ask you something directly. Have you ever felt like something in you has always known that humanity is capable of so much more? You are not watching this by accident. You are the hands and the voice of something much older and much larger than this single lifetime. You don't need to change the whole world today. You need to change the conversation in your corner of it. Drop the ego, choose love, remember who you are, and whatever you do, keep your eyes on the stars.